Jam is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower. And emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder. And go higher. We need your energy. So get up. Get loud. Every clap. Every cheer.
This is your house.
This is your moment. We can feel it.
We can hear you.
Salt Lake City, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Salt Lake, are you ready?
You ready for Monster Jam?
Ladies and gentlemen, the first competition of the event is the JCB Racing Competition. All the trucks have been seated into the bracket, and they will race it out head-to-head to fight for the fastest time and try to win the first 8 points of the competition. Salt Lake City, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Coming up first, making his debut in Monster Jam all the way from Huntington, West Virginia, it's Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Racing against his opponent from Rockport, Texas, make some noise for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. This is the very first meeting between both of these Monster Jam superstars. They are approaching the starting line, waiting for all amber lights to turn on before they can take off in the first matchup of round one. Let's go! Green! Your winner is Earthshaker. In that first matchup, Velociraptor versus Earthshaker, unfortunately, Velociraptor did not make it into the semifinal round, so Earthshaker will be moving on. Our second matchup, make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Coming in from Cadillac, Michigan, it's Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. This is also the first meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers. Very excited to see who will take home the first win between both of them. They're fired and about to approach the starting line. Take a look over at the amber lights, waiting for all four to go before they can take off. Your winner is El Toro Loco. In that second matchup, Jurassic Attack versus El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco sliding on into the semifinal round. And some unfortunate news for Jurassic Attack. Unfortunately, Tim Hall Jr. has been disqualified for hitting the turn pole. Our next competitor from Williamsport, Maryland, make some noise for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, get loud for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This is the second meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers with Monster Mutt Dalmatian at 1-0. Who will take home the next win? Your winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Monster Jam fans, we have 3 semifinalists. There you see in that third matchup, Monster Mutt Dalmatian for the second time this season has swept Gravedigger out of the park. One more semifinalist left to go. Ready to take a bite out of the track. I need everyone in Delta Center to please put your hands together for Matt Doomer, Megalodon. He'll be racing against Carson Williams, Thunder Roris. This is the very first meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers. We don't know who will win, but Monster Jam fans, you're in for one heck of a race in this final matchup of round 1. JCB Racing. Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. Both trucks must restage. They overshot just a little bit too much past the starting line. Keep in mind, they must be behind the starting line to take off. We have 2 amber lights. We need 2 more. One is set. The other is coming to the starting line. Let's go! Green! Your winner is Thunder Roris. A very exciting round 1 of the JCB Racing competition. There you see up on the video board, the fastest 4 have moved on to the semifinal round. First matchup between Velociraptor versus Earthshaker. Earthshaker quite literally shook the track and has now moved on. Second matchup, Jurassic Attack versus El Toro Loco. Keep in mind that unfortunately Jurassic Attack did receive a disqualification, so El Toro Loco is moving on. Third matchup, Monster Mutt Dalmatian and Gravedigger. Second meeting between the 2 of them, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian dominating now both. And for the fourth and final matchup of round 1, Megalodon versus Thunder Roris. Thunder Roris has moved on to the semifinal round. Unfortunate disqualification from Megalodon for also hitting the turn pole in that last race pass.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the JCB Racing Competition semifinals. The 4 fastest trucks will now battle it out head-to-head to see which 2 go on to the finals. I know all of them are ready, but Salt Lake City, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
In our first matchup of the semifinal round, it's El Toro Loco versus Earthshaker. Your winner is Earthshaker. We've got one finalist. We need one more. Get loud one time for Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus Thunder Roarus. Your winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Monster Jam fans, we are now down to the final two in the JCB racing competition. They will go and race on the track head to head to see which of them will be the fastest and which will take home the first 8 points and lock in that #1 spot in the BKD overall event championship rankings. Salt Lake City. Who's ready to meet your JCB Racing finalists?
For the first time this weekend, making it to the final round of the JCB Racing competition, put your hands together for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. And his opponent, our 2025 Arena Racer of the Year, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Monster Jam fans, turn your attention up to the video board. That was a very close call. Super Glue to the action replay. Check it out. Your winner is Earthshaker. Alex Barden dominated the track this afternoon. This is his very first competition win this year, sweeping Monster Mutt Dalmatian out of the dog park. I know Alex Barden is very excited for this competition win. We spoke to him earlier during trackside, and he said after making sure his Monster Jam truck was in tip-top shape for all of you fans, he knew he was going to come out here, he was going to throw it down, and he was not leaving Salt Lake City, Utah without taking home a win. Delta Center, give it up one more time for Earthshaker.
Down the 2025 Arena Racer of the Year. And now you are leading this event here in Salt Lake City. How's that feel, Alex?
You know what? This is amazing. This is the hometown of Team Toro Loco, man. We have so many friends, family, sponsors in the stands. Earthshaker, Thunder Roarus, Velociraptor, Jurassic Tech. We're all teammates, man. And we just want to end up right here on top of this pond and put it in front of our greatest fans ever right here in Salt Lake City. You know what? shook it up a little bit too much in this building. And this year, in 2026, man, this is my year. This is Earl Shaker's year. And I'm here, and we're going to shake it up all year long.
Alex Martin, Earl Shaker.
Delta Center, my heart is pounding after that last final race during the JCB Racing competition. There you see Earthshaker in the lead with a total of 8 points so far. He's taken home the first 8 points of the event today, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian right on his tail end, taking home 7 points. Rounding out the top 4, El Toro Loco and Thunderoris with 4 points each. And then Gravedigger, Jurassic Attack, Megalodon, and Velociraptor with 2 points each. But keep in mind, you never know what's going to happen because we still have 2 more competitions left during Monster Jam.
Monster Jam fans, I'm chatting with Berkeley here, a Monster Jam super fan who gets to be at her first ever Monster Jam event. Let's hear it for Berkeley, everyone. Now, Berkeley, we were just talking about the JCB racing that we just saw, and I know you're a big fan of Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Didn't quite get there. Saw an awesome win by Earthshaker. But you seem to know a lot about the racing, and so I want to test how good you are at picking winners. Are you ready to do this?
Yes.
She says yes. So what we're going to do, we call this mini jam races. We're going to look at the big screen here, and we got 3 different trucks, and they're going to race it out. You just got to pick the one that's going to win. We have El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, or Megalodon. Which one's going to win this race?
Megalodon.
Megalodon, Salt Lake City. Do we think it's going to be Megalodon? They sound pretty confident. Berkeley, let's count down and see if Megalodon can get it done. Off to a slow start, but coming around that curve, looks like it's Gravedigger up front, but the turn is tight. El Toro Loco takes the lead. Coming around that second turn, El Toro Loco still in pole position. No, Megalodon up front. Takes the turn. Can Megalodon close it out? Megalodon can. Megalodon gets the win. Berkeley, you got it right. How do you feel?
I feel good.
She's feeling good, Salt Lake City. Well, I'm feeling good too. And you know what? You're a winner, and winners get prizes here at Monster Jam. So I want to give you and your family this meet and greet certificate for right after the event. You get to meet the driver of Megalodon, the driver of Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and all the other drivers as well. Let's hear it for Berkeley, everyone, the amazing job she just did.
Up next, Monster Jam fans, we have the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Very excited to tell you just how you can play that pivotal role in helping us crown that overall event champion. Turn your attention on up to the video board and scan that QR code. It'll take you straight to judgeszone.com. During our next competition, each driver will get to make 2 attempts each at two-wheel maneuvers. Some that you may see are stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, and even moonwalks. And for a closer look at what these maneuvers actually look like, let's check in with our drivers.
My favorite two-wheel skills move would have to be a reverse pod. So how I would do that is I take that Earth-Shake monster jam truck, drive on top of the pod, stop at one of those lips that you guys see on the track, put that sucker in reverse, back straight off, stab the brake, get that thing to stand on the back two BKT tires, back her up just a little bit to where she starts to fall, and then carry that wheelie all the way across the pod.
My favorite skill would have to be the forward popper. Got to do it off the wall, off side. You got to get it just perfect. You got to line up for your approach perfect, be nice and straight. Give it not too much gas, not too less. Hit the gas, as soon as your back tires hit the wall, let off, go down, trip it up forward. From there, be on top of the pod. Walk forward, walk backward, we go a little bit, lean as you can.
My favorite monster jam skill is definitely the two-wheel skills combo. I just love being able to trip the truck up the front tire, balance it for 20 seconds, and same one function, be able to trip the truck back with the rear tire, hold it for another 20 seconds, wave the front tire for the fans, maybe even wave on the windows to the fans. It's so awesome that we can balance this 12,000-pound monster jam truck.
My favorite skill is the reverse popper. I like to get on the back tires, wave the front tires to the fans, and then maybe right up the ramp. And maybe if we lucky enough, we trip it on the front tire, drive back that center.
You know what the maneuvers look like, and I can see the excitement in your faces, but Delta Center, I need all of you to help me get the two-wheel skills challenge ready. Here we go. Let me hear you clap along. Salt Lake City. Monster Jam fans, that was a stoppie. Cliff Turner still has one more attempt left.
Let's hear for Cliff Turner and Velociraptor. Scoring is open. Scan the code, go to judgeszone.com, type in the city code SLC, and then lift that BKT tire up or down to lock in your score for Cliff Turner and Velociraptor.
Cliff Turner really coming out strong. Unfortunately, looking at that super glue to the action replay, not enough rotation to get that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck up on those front two BKT tires. Still great energy, still great attempts. He does still qualify for that score at judgeszone.com. It's your very first opportunity. Scores are locked. The score for Cliff Turner is 4.318. Current score to beat. One more time for Velociraptor. next competitor excited to go ahead and bust down the track. There you see some friendly competition between teammates and opponents. Please help me welcome back to the track Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. That right there was a stoppie into a moonwalk on the pod. Tim Hall Jr. still has one more attempt left.
Let's hear it for Jurassic Attack. Scoring is open. You've got 20 seconds to lock in those scores, SLC.
Typically, Tim Hall Jr. comes out here and attempts a stoppie and is able to suspend it longer on those front two BKT tires. There you see on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Successful, but pretty quick. Something must be going on with the dirt. We'll check in a little bit later with Alex Miniak to see what's happening with the traction. But for now, let's see what you think Jurassic Attack deserves at judgeszone.com. The score for Jurassic Attack is 5.796. We have a new leader and your new score to beat. We know who's coming up next. Delta Center, let me hear you make some noise for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Once again, a stoppie moonwalk up and down the pod. Matt Cody still has one more attempt remaining. He needs to get refired in order to complete his second attempt. We have our tech official on the track making sure that Monster Jam track is performance ready and first and foremost safe for Gravedigger. It looks like he's gotten the signal to refire. Let's pump him up, Delta Center. You see him with his hands outside the window. He wants Salt Lake City to get loud.
No rest, no peace, just Gravedigger. Scoring is open. Lock in those scores for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
He's the only Monster Jam driver I've seen attempt a popper from that side of the pod, but the first attempt on the video board right now, we see him up and down the side of the pod, and he managed to knock that Monster Jam truck on the nose and flip back onto all four BKT tires. But in that second attempt, successful popper up onto the pod on that nose. Couldn't quite land on all four BKT tires. Nevertheless, still qualifies for that score at judgeszone.com. Currently, your score to beat with a 5.796 belongs to Jurassic Attack. And the score for Gravedigger is... we have a new leader! 8.191 goes to Gravedigger. Ready to come back and take a bite out of the track. Please help me welcome Matt Doomer, Megalodon. First attempt, stoppy attempt. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Give it up for Megalodon! Scoring is open. Scan the code and lock them in now. You have 20 seconds.
I gotta be honest, I thought Matt Doomer was going to attempt a popper, but he took it back old school Monster Jam days with that sky wheelie, big air and pulse pounding stunts, just like the one you see on the Super Glue to the Action replay, is what we live for here at Monster Jam. He's in his debut, first time driving. Monster Jam fans, what a run. Hype him up for me. Let's see if what he did was enough. 4.821, enough for third place. Still a great score. Make some noise one more time for Matt Doomer. So far, we've seen 4 Monster Jam drivers throw it down during the two-wheel skills challenge. First up was Gravedigger, 8.191. Really impressing all of you, as we saw at judgeszone.com. Jurassic Attack, Megalodon, and Velociraptor are significantly below him on this leaderboard, but anything is game here at Monster Jam. 4 more monster trucks coming up in just a moment. He's taking home one competition. Can he take home another? Please put your hands together for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. One hit remaining after we just saw that successful stompy into a moonwalk.
Let's hear it for Alex Barden in Earthshaker. Scoring is open. You have 20 seconds to scan the code and lock them in.
Salt Lake City, I don't know about you, but I think I actually saw the pod shake during that last two-wheel skills run from Alex Barden. If you take a look at the Super Glue to the Action replay, popping that Monster Jam truck up onto the pod, balancing it and then taking it backwards, landing on all 4 BKT tires. Alex does not disappoint, but was that enough to land him in the top spot? The score for Earthshaker is 7.729, enough for second place. One more time for Earthshaker. Coming back to the track with that puppy dog. Make some noise for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Judging from those screams, you liked what Monster Mutt Dalmatian just did. One more attempt left.
Put those paws together for Blake Granger and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Scan the code, lock in those scores. Now you have 20 seconds.
Blake Granger just demonstrated why he is a multi-series champion here at Monster Jam. He comes out here and makes it look easy. I mean, it's no secret how technically skilled and controlled he is behind the wheel. Check out that super glue to the action replay, that nose wheelie combination. Let's see if that was enough for him at judgeszone.com. Current score to beat belongs to Gravedigger with an 8.191. And the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.141. New leader and new score to beat. Our final competitor of the two-wheel skills challenge. Carson Williams coming out in that Apex Predator in Thunder Roris. Check out that reverse popper wheelie combination across the pod. That was Carson Williams' first attempt. He still has one more remaining.
Scoring is open. Head to judgeszone.com, lock in those scores, and give it up for Carson Williams in Thunder Roris.
Monster Jam fans, you see Carson Williams excited about what he just did, pumped up to not only be with Monster Jam, but here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Excited about that last run. But did it impress you, the fans? Keep in mind, all of these scores lie in your hands on your smartphones. So let's see what you gave him. The score for Thunder Roris is enough for fourth place, 7.034. One more time for Thunder Roris. Salt Lake City, turn your attention to the video board because one more driver has something they'd like to say.
Salt Lake City, get ready for El Toro Loco two-wheel skills.
Monster Jam fans, I don't know if you just saw that. Armando Castro had his first attempt and held the steering wheel out of the window. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is open. Give it up for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. Locking those scores at Judges Zone right now.
Monster Jam fans, I don't know if you heard me the first time. Armando Castro took that steering wheel off during his first attempt. We saw a stoppie into a little bit of wheelie action in that very first attempt. Then second up onto the pod, making it look like it was nothing. Who better else to represent El Toro Loco in its 25th season? None other than Armando Castro, sporting that orange crazy bull, blowing smoke. Current score to beat is with Monster Mutt Dalmatian with a 9.141. And the score for El Toro Loco is 9.248. New leader, new score to beat, Armando Castro. Monster Jam fans, that means he is your winner of the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, taking home the next 8 points of the event this afternoon, one step closer to taking it all home.
This is where we're going to need your help again at judgingzone.com. When those ribbon boards go red, you'll be scoring at judgingzone.com using that code, just like we did during the Two-Wheel Skills, SLC. I'm going to need you to get loud, I'm going to need you to score, but I do have one question for you now. Who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
Our first rider all the way from Marietta, California, please help me welcome Taylor Eddins. He's riding that Yamaha 450. It's his third season with Monster Jam. He loves competing. Let's see what he does.
Scoring until the Monster Jam tables again. Looks ripped to red. Judgingzone.com. Use that code SLC.
Monster Jam fans, the first one out of the gate, Taylor Eddins, once again has been riding with Monster Jam for 3 seasons now. Excited to be back on that bike, Yamaha 450 once again. Like we said earlier, each one of these riders counts on you, the fans, to go ahead and score at judgeszone.com, just like your superstars. Let's see what you gave them. The score for Taylor Eddins is 4.611, and your score to beat. All right, Salt Lake City, Utah. Coming up next, our next competitor from Ravensdale, Washington. Give it up for Cody McDonough. Cody is on a different kind of bike today. It's called the Electric Starkvard.
Monster whip there, and we're going to need a monster score from you at judgeszone.com. Again, 20 seconds, those screens are red. Use that code SLC.
I had a conversation with Cody McDonough earlier today. He scared me last night, whipping that bike to the side with all of his might. Looks like I'm gonna have to talk to him again because he did the same exact whip. But was it enough? Let's see what you gave him. The score for Cody McDonough is... we have a new leader, 8.678, and your new score to beat. Our third competitor, all the way from Paso Robles, California, make some noise for Dean Pate. That's right. Dean loves to hype up the fans. He loves to have a good time. He's been riding 10 years professionally, 7 of which are with Monster Jam. It's no secret how much of a pro he is.
That backflip was like slow motion. Give it a score at judgeszone.com. 20 seconds on the clock. Use that code SLC for the man in red, Dean Pate.
Dean Pate never disappoints, and he always manages to surprise me. Known him for quite some time. Whipping out that backflip during the best trick competition, you can't get any better than that. I'm impressed, but were you at judges.com? The score for Dean Pate is... we have a new leader, 8.955, new score to beat. We have one final competitor during the best trick competition, riding for Monster Jam for the last decade. Make some noise for Jared LaRue.
Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. Give Jared LaRue a score. Code SLC.
Jared LaRue pulling out the biggest stop I've seen all weekend, bringing all those moves all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Very excited to be back in Salt Lake City, Utah. He's a world traveler, but he says coming out here with all of you fans is one of the best times he's ever had in Monster Jam. Was it enough, though, to land him in the top spot? The score for Jared LaRue is... enough for third place, 8.228, which means your best trick competition winner goes to Dean Pate.
Salt Lake City, you know, we're not done yet. Our Monster Jam riders are going to line up in a train formation and hit that big jump. One right after the next, and after the next. And of course, the rule still applies. The louder you scream, the higher they fly. Coming through fast and loud on that whip train. Do you want him to come back and do another train? Yeah. Guess what? They're coming around again. On the count of 3, I'm going to need you to get on your feet and make some noise. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was pretty special. But I think they got one more train left in them. Here's where I'm going to need your help again, fans. When that train is about to leave the station, I'm going to need a big choo-choo, all right? We'll count it down together. 3, 2, 1. Finishing strong with the backflip train one more time for the riders of Freestyle Motocross.
Monster Jam fans, I hear a few claps, but I need all of Delta Center to make some noise one more time for our USFMX team. Taylor Eddins, Cody McDonough, Dean Pate, and Jared LaRue. Scream for him, Salt Lake City.
Here with Dean Pate, the winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition. Dude, it was like you were just hanging up there. That was such a slow motion perfection backflip. Tell me, how could you do that so slow and just be up in the air like I could almost touch your back tire?
Yeah, you know, it may seem like that, but I'm pretty up there. There was a whip flip where you pull for a backflip and get it sideways a little bit in the air. Salt Lake City, what'd you guys think?
By that applause of those scores, I think they liked it a lot. Now tell me, I see a lot of young Monster Jam fans in the crowd. Some of them are here for our Monster Jam drivers and trucks. And I know a lot of them are here to see Freestyle Motocross. If they want to get in the game, do you have any advice for them to become the next Dean Pate FMX Best Trick Competition winner?
Yeah, man, whatever it is, just focus on your dreams and keep practicing and never give up, and you'll be out here. So, Salt Lake City, focus hard and you can make anything happen. Thanks for coming out and showing up.
You heard him, Dean Pate, FMX Best Trick Competition winner.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the pinnacle of today's event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle!
Hang on, Monster Jam fans, clock is paused currently. We have to wait to see if Matt Doomer can refire that shark on the track. Once again, our tech officials coming out to make sure that Monster Jam truck is performance ready and first and foremost, safe. He's gotten the signal, he's refiring, let's go, Megalodon!
Scoring is open. Let's hear it for Matt Doomer and Megalodon.
Monster Jam fans, this is your very first opportunity to score right now at judgeszone.com. This is Matt Doomer's first ever freestyle competition in his Monster Jam career. He came out the gate really strong with that shark up on the pod. Lots of big air. A ton of energy, pulse pounding for all of you Salt Lake City fans. Scores are locked at Judges Zone. The score for Megalodon is not bad, 5.976, your score to beat. Monster Jam fans, take a look up at the leaderboard right now. As I said earlier, Monster Jam is partnered with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and all of our Monster Jam drivers have been competing to be crowned the St. Jude Ambassador of the Afternoon. Currently, Megalodon, Matt Doomer, is in the lead with $165 raised. That's 34%. But keep in mind, Monster Jam fans, you still have the opportunity to score. Like we said, we'd rather everyone in here donate $1 just to save the life of one of those children at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. In case you missed it earlier, there is judging criteria for the freestyle competition. Each driver must complete at least 15 seconds to qualify for that score. Look for creativity, technical moves, combinations, use of all edges of the pod, and don't forget about that wow factor. Make sure you scan the QR code up on the video board to take you right to judgeszone.com. Our second competitor of Monster Jam Freestyle, all the way from Huntington, West Virginia, making his debut in 2026 with Monster Jam, Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Hang on, Monster Jam fans. I just received some unfortunate news. Cliff Turner is having some problems with Velociraptor, and so he will not be able to compete right now during Monster Jam Freestyle. It's unfortunate because I know he was excited for all of you Monster Jam fans. I know he's bummed, but Delta Center, let's still give him a round of applause. Give him some good energy. Make some noise.
Salt Lake City, I'm hanging out with Landon here watching an incredible Monster Jam event. And Landon, you seem like a pretty competitive person, and so I want to know if you'd like to play a game.
Yeah.
Landon says, yeah, so this is the game. We got the helmet shuffle. What you're going to do, we're going to look at the big screen here, and what's going to happen is we're going to hide a trophy under one of the three helmets. They're going to move around, and then you got to tell me which helmet the trophy's under. Delta Center, you can help Landon out as you keep an eye on the prize here. They're moving around. The third one, oh, no, you're not quite yet. Not quite yet. Salt Lake City, help us out here. 2. Going with 2, is that the right answer? There's only one way to find out. Salt Lake City, make some noise, and let's see. It's not under 3. It's not under 1. Landon, it was under number 2. Let's hear it for Landon. He got it. Big round of applause. You know what? You guessed it right. Speaking of helmets and hats, I want to give you this Monster Jam hat. Of course, you can pick it up at the concession stands. Landon, this one goes to you, though. Everyone, let's give a big round of applause. Let's hear it for Landon, everybody. We got more Monster Jam action coming up here in just a moment.
Our next competitor, our 2025 reigning World Finals Freestyle champion, back on the track. Salt Lake City, make some noise for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Looks like he's lining up for that Morgan & Morgan backflip.
Scoring is open. Scan the code and give it up for Blake Granger and Monster Mutt Animation.
Monster Jam fans, that's a good thing. This is the final competition of the afternoon. Not only did he soar that puppy dog into the arena, he landed hard on those 4 BKT tires. Look at him outside of his Monster Jam truck, excited about that freestyle run. I hope you got your scores in at judgeszone.com because scores are now locked. The score for Blake Granger is 9.068. New leader and new score to beat. Keep your attention on the video board for that picture-perfect Morgan & Morgan backflip, over-rotating to send it quite literally through the arena, landing on all 4 BKT tires. I know that Blake is very excited. It's the first one we've seen all afternoon here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Let's make some noise for him one more time. Monster Jam fans, really quick, may I have your attention, please? If you look down in front of you, all of the blue and red plastic is placed on the seats for your safety. So if you have any of your belongings or body parts on those, once again, body parts or belongings, please remove them. We will not be able to continue with the competition unless the safety holds are clear. Once again, all red plastic, all blue plastic must be clear for us to continue with the event. All the way from Cadillac, Michigan, back to tear up the track. Please help me welcome Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
It is open. Locking those scores now for Tim Hall Jr. and Jurassic Attack.
Tim Hall Jr. must have paid close attention to my reiteration of the criteria. He hit all of the edges of the pod. He threw in technical skills. The wow was him not only continuing his momentum, but being able to put that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck onto the nose, those front 2 BKT tires, suspending it. But was that enough to land him in the top spot? The score for Jurassic Attack is 8.256, a great score. One more time for Tim Hall Jr. There you see it, the replay, big air from Tim Hall Jr., just letting that dinosaur course his way across the pod. And there you see his wow factor technical move combination, stopping onto the front of that Monster Jam truck as he wheels it across. Keep your attention up on the video board. So far, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, 9.068, top of the competition, but right behind him, Jurassic Attack, 8.256. We saw Megalodon first out of the gate, 5.976. We still have more Monster Jam coming up. As a matter of fact, our next competitor has something they want to share with you.
Salt Lake City, it's time for Shaker Freestyle. Let's shake it up.
Hang on, Monster Jam fans, clock is paused right at 27 seconds. Our tech official is going out to the track to make sure Earthshaker is okay. He's got to check both sides of this Monster Jam truck. After he does, if it's confirmed that he is signaled to refire, he should be good to go. It's only a cosmetic removal. Looks like he might refire. Yes, he will. Pump him up, Salt Lake City.
Scoring is open. Good hair, don't care. Give it up for Alex Barden in Earthshaker.
Really threw it down for that freestyle run. I know Alex Barden was a little nervous because his momentum was stopped, but he still was able to finish out his freestyle run, qualifying for that score at judgeszone.com. He's getting out of that Monster Jam truck, excited about that run. Make sure you get that score in at judgeszone.com. And look at him, his hair still looks like it's in tip-top shape. Was what he just did enough to land him in the top spot? The score for Earthshaker is 6.829. Still a great score for third place. One more time for Alex Barden. Former World Finals champion, 2024 Arena Series West champion. Give it up for Matt Cody Gravedigger. The clock is paused at 44 seconds, but don't worry, Monster Jam fans. Matt Cody still excited to complete this run. All they want to do is make sure the track is completely safe during the rest of his freestyle run. That's a lot of time still on the clock. Momentum has stopped, but I think he may be able to refire. When you hear that engine roar, I need you to make some noise, Monster Jam fans. There we go. Hang on, Monster Jam fans. Could Matt Cody be lining up for another Morgan and Morgan backflip? And he does it! Picture perfect!
Bang the gong, get it on, and lock those scores in at judgeszone.com and make some noise for Matt Cody and Gravedigger!
Monster Jam fans, I should see everyone with their cell phones out at judgeszone.com. Keep in mind that all of these scores lie right in your hands. Accurate and fair decisions from you to these Monster Jam drivers. We just saw the second backflip, which I think, since it was successful, Matt Cody looks like he might be pretty proud of that run. He's climbing up onto that truck. Currently, your score to beat is a 9.068 with Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And the score for Gravedigger is 9.090. First place spot and new score to beat. Check out that replay, big air from Matt Cody. And there you see it again, the backflip. I was a little nervous, hoping he'd be able to land on all four BKT tires, but no need to get nervous when Matt Cody's behind the wheel. Also, checking back in at the desk. As I said earlier, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital means the world to all of us here at Monster Jam. We had a competition amongst all 8 drivers, and the winner and our St. Jude ambassador of the night is Matt Doomer in Megalodon. He has managed to raise $165 this afternoon. Thank you so much, Salt Lake City. Our last competitor coming out, our 2025 Fall Stadium Series champion, representing El Toro Loco in its 25th season. Give it up for Armando Castro. Clock is paused for El Toro Loco right now. Still 12 seconds on the clock. He's refired. Let's see what he ends with in freestyle.
Scoring is open. Lock 'em in for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco.
Monster Jam fans, this is your final opportunity to go ahead and score at judgeszone.com. We want to make sure we get that score in, and don't forget to hit submit in order for your score to count for Armando Castro. He's looking to take home a competition win, another competition win here in Salt Lake City, Utah. He came all the way from Whittier, California to show up and show out, but was it enough? The score for El Toro Loco is 7.875, a great score. One more time for El Toro Loco. Since that was the end of the freestyle competition, your freestyle winner is Grave Digger. Matt Cody is taking home the last 8 points of the event this afternoon, putting him one step closer in his career. But was that enough for the overall championship? With 7 points for JCB Racing, 7 for Two Wheel Skills, and 7 also for the freestyle competition. Overall event total of 21. Your BKT overall event champion is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. For the second time in a row here in Salt Lake City, Utah this weekend, Blake Granger rocking that puppy dog out on the track. Quite literally man's best friend. Very excited to be sweeping the weekend across all of his competitors. He wants you to make some noise. We'll get to hear from him in just a moment about how excited he is so far and what's to come for the rest of the weekend.
Blake, Salt Lake City loves you and you love Salt Lake City. That's for sure. Another BKT overall event championship.
Man, you guys are absolutely amazing right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. You know, World Finals Freestyle Championship last July, overall event championship last night. We're following it up again here today. Hats off to this guy right here, Tractor Man. He builds one bad Monster Jam truck. Oh, and all to this guy. But hey, did you guys have fun at Monster Jam? Let me hear you. And I got one question for you. And hey, I want to hear you guys barking. Where my dogs at?
Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. All right, now let's talk to our freestyle champion, Matt Cody and the Grave Digger. You blew the doors off of the Delta Center right before that backflip. Man, great run. Backflip always brings it home. Exciting stuff here, Matt.
Yeah, exactly. You know, from racing, I had to come out for some redemption. You know, Two Wheel Skills was great. We were knocking the hood off, and then we come out for freestyle, knocking the doors off, like you said. And I knew I had to come out here and give them a Grave Digger freestyle like these fans deserve. And my hat's off to Blake, man. We've been all over the world together. And when I tell you all over the world, I mean everywhere with that man. And he is a tough competitor, and I can't wait for the next 18 weeks to go on. But I tell you what, Salt Lake City, if you like what you've seen here today, come back in July for the Monster Jam World Finals. 28 trucks, multiple backflips, huge air, big stadium floor, and we hope to see you there. So one more time, Salt Lake City, if you had some fun at Monster Jam today, let me hear you get loud!
Buy what that man is selling. Matt Cody, Freestyle champion today here at Monster Jam and the Gravedigger.
Second event of the weekend right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I can name a lot of wow moments for me, but Jack, what was your personal favorite this afternoon?
You know, I think it was the entire vibe. Obviously, Blake Granger and Monster Mutt Dalmatian off to an early lead, but what we saw a lot today of was how competitive this field is going to be, with Thunder Roarus getting in the face of the other trucks, with El Toro Loco throwing the steering wheel out the window. I have a feeling that this looks like one that Monster Mutt Dalmatian will do very well in all year, but these other drivers, they're not letting Blake Granger walk away with it. This is going to be competitive all the way to World Finals, and we're right back here in Salt Lake City, Utah, the weekend of July 4th.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Monster Jam fans, once again, my name is Eunice Cruz, your play-by-play host. On behalf of myself, my co-host Jack Farmer, as well as our pit reporter, Alex Miniak, we hope you had fun, because we sure did, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.